There's a town called Greyveil where everyone knows the rule. You don't talk about it at dinner. You don't write it down. But you know it. Every family in that valley has known it for 200 years. The 13th child born in Greyveil will be cursed. Not metaphorically, not as some old wives' tale people half believe after a third glass of wine. Cursed, marked, changed. And last Tuesday, a baby named Wren became the 13th. Here's what makes this story different from every other small-town horror concept you've heard. The curse doesn't kill Wren. It doesn't twist her into something monstrous. Instead, she sees the true version of every person she looks at. The version they bury deepest. The one they've spent their entire lives hiding from everyone, including themselves. Think about what that actually means for a child growing up in a town that feared her arrival before she even took her first breath. The town's reaction is where the real horror lives, because Greyveil has a plan. They always have a plan for the 13th child. Over 2 centuries, 11 previous 13th children existed in this valley. We only know what happened to 3 of them. The other 8 simply disappeared from records, from memory, from the stories families tell at night. That disappearance is deliberate, and the town council, led by a woman named Aldara, considers it mercy. Wren's mother, Kalista, is the first parent in Greyveil's history who refuses to accept the arrangement. She grew up here. She married here. She loves this place genuinely. But she loves her daughter more, and she starts asking the question nobody asks. Why does the curse exist at all? That investigation peels back something extraordinary. The curse isn't a punishment. It was originally a gift, designed centuries ago by someone who believed the town needed one person capable of seeing through every pretense, every comfortable lie, every carefully maintained social performance that allows communities to function, but also allows corruption to hide in plain sight. The curse became feared not because it destroyed its bearer, but because it exposed everyone else. Aldara knows this. The council knows this. The previous 8 children who vanished were removed not to protect them, but to protect Greyveil's secrets. The things buried under the comfortable surface of a town that appears, from the outside, perfectly ordinary. Wren, at 6 months old, has already begun showing signs. She cries at certain people and reaches toward others with something resembling desperate recognition. Kalista watches this and understands, slowly, terrifyingly, that her daughter is building a map, a true map of every person in Greyveil, and the council is running out of patience. The story of Greyveil isn't really about a cursed child. It's about what happens when truth becomes the most dangerous thing a community can contain. About whether a mother's love is strong enough to survive discovering who her neighbors actually are underneath. About whether Wren herself, growing up knowing the hidden face of every human around her, can learn to love people anyway. The 13th child has always been feared. Maybe that fear is finally justified, just not for the reason anyone believed.